stuff that was art, but there was in the book something about the shadow artist, or that really creative thing. And when I stopped being a writer for pay, I thought I would magically become a fiction writer and a novelist. And none of that ever happened. It just kind of stalled, and I was getting frustrated, and awful things happened. And this class just talked about synchronicity came at a moment when I was ready to, like, what do I do? And I came in here thinking that what I really want to do is be an essayist for the New Yorker. Yeah, I want that. And then my process for what I do, what my true love right now is, sort of started this way. We did The Secret Selves, and that's why we were talking earlier. This has been, Lynn and I are married, and her finding out this part of me discovering it, and vice versa, has been both wonderful and also rupturous. It's like, I don't even know who you are. And I don't either. But you don't either, yeah. So my secret self, one of them was Clint Eastwood as a cowboy. And it kept, all this stuff kept coming up. You know, I want to go to, if it weren't too crazy, I'd move to Texas. You know, I would learn to play the harmonica. I would have a pickup truck, and I got a pickup truck. An old one, which is like, I drive with little bits of rust or idle. It's like, hey, I already had the dogs, so I didn't need to go get a dog. But there's like this whole cowboy thing that's a part of me. It's not fake. And I can embrace that. For who I admire, one of them that kept coming up was Cole Porter. And what I loved about Cole Porter, it didn't come up like a writer. I was surprised because I didn't put Herman Melville, who I think was a great writer. I didn't put Shakespeare, what wonderful poems. I put Cole Porter, and he's got all those nifty rhymes, all that playful stuff that has a little bit of meaning to it. It's not just gibberish or patter or something. It's just like, that is so cool, and nobody else writes like that. And I thought, but it's a song, you know, he writes songs, I don't write songs. And I thought, well, maybe I'll write poetry, and I never really could write poetry. The only thing I did do over time, this was a few years ago, because I'm desperate to write. It's who I am. And frustrated because I couldn't actually write something, I would write haiku with that little 5-7-5 thing. And other people would write these little like poet haiku mood somber. But I found that there's a certain, you can get a beat to the whole haiku and have fun rhymes. So I did like Cole Porter haiku. And I showed it to nobody. And I have dozens of them, and I have them in my mind. I hate sitting writing at a desk because it reminds me of the drudgery part of being a newspaper reporter. I'm not a computer man, just sitting there waiting for inspiration. So I also came to learn to accept that. Somehow, some part of me has to be a writer. I can't sit at the desk. I like all these nifty rhymes. And then we did this, if I didn't have to do it perfectly, I would write a country western song. And it just came out. Then started to cry somewhere around. That was like the phase where there's no money in that, you don't know any music, you can't really read music, you don't play an instrument, all of which is true. I know nothing about music theory, I don't know anything. I don't have it. I don't play a guitar. I got rid of the piano, partly because the way I was playing was depressing.
You need to be in the moth hour.
I'm not the guy who, you know, pencil in hand, strums and does. I'm not Schubert writing on music. This is what mine looks like. And then the other part, if it weren't too crazy, I'd sing it. This part, I can truly say, this is not my heart's desire to be a performer in public. And I have a sudden great reverence and appreciation for anybody whose true dream is to stand in front of a bunch of people and sing. Because you have to be emotionally connected and it's beautiful. It is not me, but I'm willing for all of you to give it a rip. Now, we're going to imagine this. I have to be fair. This did not turn out to be a country western song. I have others that did, because like in the last 3 weeks, I've written 5 songs. They just come. I spent all day. They're in my mind. I write them down. I've gotten to the point where I go to Hannaford shopping and I'm singing down the aisle. Somebody said the other day, I like that song. And I thought, oh, cool. I do too. You know? So this is not a country western song. But I realized what I write about in songs, I don't write imaginary songs, meaning they're not about people I imagine. I write these songs about myself and about things I feel and about my life. And it happens to be, is me in the song. This isn't a song about some guy who I've heard of. Sometimes they make me cry. I wrote a couple songs. I was going to sing one, but I can't even think of it. It makes me cry. So I was going to do 3. I was going to do like a little appetizer and then the entree and then the dessert. The entree will leave me dead. I've been singing and crying. My voice, I breaks to bits trying to sing. So I'm going to cut straight to the dessert and it'll be more fun. It's 2 minutes. We imagine, I think I'm in a tuxedo for this. Last thing. Last time I performed in public, it was 1971 at the Marion T. Bedwell School in Burnsville, New Jersey. I was Captain Hook.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, good, Captain Hook. And with the rehearsals, you know, this line is fine in the back. But when it came to the performance, my mother was in the front row. And I came out and I looked at her. And I was silent. So it quickly turned into everybody sort of singing with me. So I learned something from that, which is don't sing in front of my mother. But mostly don't look at anybody in the eyes. So it's the only way I can do this is to like bring out the autistic part of me and just like ahead. This is called, this is a breakup song. There are no breakup songs by men to women, as I was thinking about this. There are ones like, I'll leave you a better man, and all stuff like little makeup, soothing things. You wonder why if he could say that, why did they even break up? And then there are women breakup songs that are like, I'm gonna slash your tires, slash your hands. And I thought, in talking to someone in this class, who I'm not gonna mean, but there was some mention of ex-spouse, and the pain of not having understood, why did this come to an end? Like, what broke this up? What's on your mind? And I've been thinking about that a lot. And this is, if a guy were to actually say the words and break up, he would do this. At least, this is how it came out. And it's called Adios Muchacha. Let me be clear, the end is here. For a long time I was smitten, now I'm over my commitment. You did no wrongs that I can't right. By packing all of my bags and getting you out of sight, you did no wrongs I cannot right. By saying adios muchacha tonight. By saying adios muchacha tonight. I will not hang my head in shame, or be a donkey for you to pin your tail of blame. I know you're sad and most depressed. Well, there's a treatment now, so stop eating what's been beaten in my chest. I'm taking my heart back to my chest, where it beats the best. I'm saying adios, muchacha, tonight. I'm saying adios, muchacha, tonight. For every man, before he dies, there comes a time to allow life those ifs and whats and whys. Go tell your friends, your therapist, that the guy you once loved has gone and lost his mind and stolen your bliss, all your happiness. It is what it is, but I am out of fight. I'm saying adios, muchacha, tonight. I'm saying adios, muchacha, tonight.
Woo!